Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawadah, SHAMAIWAN, HAITIANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Now, I think this properly, this verse properly talks about what we're going to be going into in this lesson, because this is like one of the worst things, okay? Because I did a lesson on this on something similar where someone said made a similar statement. I forgot who it was and what they said, but basically, like it seems like we're at the time where there's lots of people, or more specifically Jakes, that are coming out and saying that we're not at the end times. We're not about to get out of here. We're not this, that, and the third. And the fact that you have people saying something like that, it goes to show that they aren't doers of the word. They're not actually taking the word of the Lord, seriously. All right. Let me get this. James chapter 1, verse 23. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. All right. So these people hear, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. Oh, I read the Bible. I know the wisdom and knowledge of what the Lord told me to do. But yet you don't actually apply that to your life. What does the scripture say about understanding and knowing when the actual end times are? All right. Or what did the Lord say for us to do in order to properly understand when the end times are? 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we are supposed to be looking at the signs to be able to tell not the exact time, because we can't. No man, not even Yahawashi, knew the exact time when Yahawashi was going to return. All right. Only Yahweh knows. All right. So, but even though, as a matter of fact, let me get that precept before I continue on. Bear with me. John chapter 15, verse 15. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard from my Father I have made known unto you. Okay, so as a result of that, we are aware of the generality of the Lord's plans and times and stuff like that, and we should know a general idea of when the Lord is going to return. And for someone to before I get to that, let's watch this video. All right, let's watch this video, this clip, and the link's gonna be in the description, and I also want to get into this other video as well. So let's play.
I want to go back to what you said about the end times, right? Mm-hmm. You said after, quote unquote, Jesus, or what is called Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
After he passed away, that's when the end times began, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So you genuinely believe we're in the end times?
For sure, 100%.
I mean, my thing is, how long can the end times last? Because, I mean, We're talking about when
2,000 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, how long do these end times really last?
Well, it's hard to say, but we do know, according to Scripture, a day to the Lord is 1,000 years. So it's been 2,000 years to humanity, but to God it's been 2 days. It says, and by the third day that He would rise, we would rise up again. So I would say in about 3,000 years. So anywhere between now and 1,000 years from now, it can be over.
So there's a good possibility.
Slocky, that was a disingenuous statement that he made. He said on the third day, rise again. That was in reference to Yahawashi's death when he had died and then rose again.
We might not even be able to see the return of Jesus Christ.
That's possible, yeah, for sure. I'm not like saying, hey, a doomsday preacher, hey, look, get ready, nigga, it's happening tomorrow. Nah, it could. And if I take a look at the prophetic timeline and what's going on in the world right now, it's looking pretty good for us, but you know, things could change.
So what does that happen with you, though?
Yeah, this dude's bugging, man. This dude is absolutely out of his fucking mind, bro. And I understand what he was trying to explain. He said it can happen now, or it can happen.
All right, Slocky. Basically, you see, you know, how he was, you know, painting it out to be. So he's like, oh yeah, like it could happen. It could happen today. It could happen relatively soonly. But at the same time, it's like most likely it's gonna be a really long time. Like no, like this Slocky. This is the type of stuff that you really have to think, because I don't know the financial situations of most people or anything like that, but it's genuinely like when you hear people say stuff like this, like they literally love their position in this society. They have money and all this stuff. They have these free, from their own mouth. From their own mouth, they've said, "Oh, we had these content deals and stuff like that." Where it goes to show that this whole debate crap is making them money. It's filling their bellies, if you want to use that term. All right, and like my main thing, the only thing I really want to actually get out of this is that Alazar, being who he is he's over here telling people that Yahawashi could be returning in 1,000 years. So why bother repenting now? How are you going to be such a big figurehead and how are you going to be a big figurehead and yet you don't even think about this type of stuff, and you're going to put this type of faithlessness out there to potentially lead people into their own self-destruction. Okay, like this is like as a matter of fact, let me just get the precepts instead. Where is it? Ezekiel chapter 12 verse 27. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord. So basically, you have Israelites, okay, that are saying, oh look, all the prophecies, all the prophecies that you said are gonna come, all the prophecies you said are on their way. They're not coming. It's not coming. It's been 1,000 years. It's been 100 years. It's been 20 years. Whatever. All right, and then lo and behold, the Lord is going to. Let me get this precept to support this. Matthew chapter 24 verse 48. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. All right, so basically coming out here like that, doing all these interviews. All right, I even heard that he wanted to have he was looking into, I think, making a TV show or something like that, or going on television talking about Israelites. Like, I don't know, some sort of reality lifestyle or some crap like that. I don't remember the thing. It was a few years ago. I don't know if they actually went through with it, but the thing is, like, they are constantly, I guess, dealing with the wicked, dealing with the 2/3, dealing with Esau, Edom for some reason. Literally, Vocab Malone literally just said in an interview, I think this week, all right, or last week, whatever, I don't remember what day, that he has Sakari's numbers on speed dial. He can literally just call them up and talk to them. They're literally have this dude. They literally have the contact information of that devil that's constantly going against the truth. All right, Slocky, I am just honestly speechless. Like, I am baffled by this type of ridiculousness. All right. Anyway, another thing I want to shoehorn this in as well. I want to shoehorn into this is this video, which it is a constant. This is the thing that we are supposed to be looking out for. These are the prophecies that are coming to pass, where Donald Trump is now against Zelensky, which I had to freaking Google this up because I didn't know who the frick this dude is. I heard his name so many times, but now I actually know. But what's his name? Zelensky is the president of Ukraine, and as you know, as everyone or most people should know, if not everyone should know, Ukraine is currently at war with Russia. All right. As a result of that, Trump is apparently making enemies with their allies and someone that they're talking about. And this video was, I think, 3 days ago. Oh no, 1 day ago. Okay. Call him Yahawashi. I got this quickly, or relatively quickly. But yesterday it says he's negotiating with no cards, and I think what is, to the best of my memory, I think what's happening is, I think Trump is trying to basically do what America did in Palestine with the whole Israeli thing, where they're willing. I think Trump is trying to get. Don't quote me on this. I think Trump is basically trying to make Ukraine forfeit something to Russia, to appease Russia, if not the other way around. I think he's just trying to, like, say, or trying to use his power as America in order to convince them to say, yes, hey, we're gonna make an unfair deal. You just have to accept it and shut up and don't fight against it. I think that's basically it. Which it does seem like this with the term no cards to play. So basically, I would like to make a quick search recap. President saying Ukraine leader has no card to play. Blah blah. Okay, yes, that partially supports it, but let's continue on. Trump added that Russian President Vladimir Putin could take the whole country of Ukraine if he wanted to. Okay, so yeah, basically, so far so good in supporting what I'm saying. Your U.S. president also stepped back from U.S. plans to take over Gaza and forcibly expel the strip's residents, saying he would only recommend it to regional allies. By the way, this is from Al Jazeera. Kash Patel was sworn in to New York Park and blah blah blah. Alright, so yeah, basically, one thing I do know for certain is Donald Trump, he is trying to end the war between Russia and Ukraine. He was trying to say, hey, he literally said early January that hey, I'm just gonna make a call and I'm gonna tell them to stop the war. And it's usually with these unfair deals where someone or one side just gets screwed over. They literally have to forfeit everything, if not most of what they have, just to appease America, the middleman, as well as the people that America's trying to appease. All right, so Ukraine seems to be losing something. I don't know what they're losing yet, but Ukraine seems to be losing something because America's trying to, or Trump is trying to tell them, just give this up so that they can stop the war. But they're like, no, like, this is our stuff. We shouldn't have to do that. He just should stop the war in general. But America's talking point is that, well, if he really wants to, he can just keep on fighting the war and then take everything. Okay, so you might as well lose whatever we're telling you to lose, if not most of your territory, whatever, and satisfy them rather than let them kill you and take everything. All right, I think that's how stuff is basically going. All right, so Slakia, because I don't do, this is not my forte. This is just really something I am going out, because this, you realize that this is still prophecy. This is biblical prophecy. All right, let me actually get that to support it. But because even though this is not my forte, I still have to go into this sometimes, simply because these are the things that we need to watch out for, and these are the things that are faith boosters and lets me know that Yahawashi is actually on his way and he's very close to delivering us. All right, so Matthew chapter 24 verse 4, and Yahawashi answered and said verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And Slakia, there's, I'm not going to go too much into it, but as Alazar had, and also he could have possibly changed up his doctrine, so I don't know how he feels about all that stuff. But as I've learned, following and studying GMS videos, okay, more so a few months ago, recently, I learned that the whole woes things, okay, with the three word Slakia, the three woes, Slakia, I'm tongue tied, the three woes being the 3 world wars. 2 have happened already, and we're waiting for the 3rd one. And constantly, what you hear everyone talking about is World War III is about to start with Russia and America and China and all this stuff like that. And with all of that being said, all right, we being in this truth are supposed to be able to see that and tell, okay, yeah, that means that we are that much closer. These are the wars and the rumors of wars, all right, because it's not just us that are talking about these rumors. It's literally these Babylonians, these other nations that are saying, like, yeah, we're about to be into world war, like all this, with all the tensions rising, the tensions flaring, and the literal wars going on. All right, the war between Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, whatever the frick those 2 countries are. I don't even know where Hamas is. I think that's an Israeli country or city, whatever, Slakia. And with all that, we are seeing this, and we are we are growing in faith, because we can tell, like, oh yeah, call him la yabash shai, because we see America's involvement, and what we're waiting for is for there to be the next step to it being either could be Slacky, because the thing is, if you see Trump, when they said Trump is getting on Zelensky's nerves, it goes to show that Zelensky, the leader of Ukraine, now he's starting to have ill intent, or not ill intent, but basically he's starting to get fed up with Trump. He's starting to get fed up with America, just as other countries have been fed up with America, and all those tariffs and stuff like that. Those Canada not liking America, or just all these countries in general, constantly saying like, these Americans are something else. Like, why are they treating us like this? You know what? We're done with this. We're done with them exerting their power on us. Let's all get together and fight against them. All right. So then all that pride, it's going to be it's going to knock. They're going to be knocked down a notch. As a matter of fact, let me get that precept. 2 precepts, if I can remember the second one. It was Ezekiel chapter 28. Verse 2, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, because thy heart is filled up, and because thou hast said, I am Yahawah, and sit on the seat of Yahawah in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not Yahawah, though thou set thy heart as the heart of Yahawah. Bear with me, let me get another thing while I remember. Obadiah. Obadiah verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So you hear this context of Esau being proud. Now over here in Ezekiel, back to Ezekiel 22, you have, this is an example of someone that thought that they were, top dog, on top of the world and everything. All right, and they were saying that they were basically the Most High God, basically. So now verse 3, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and thou hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, thou hast thou increased thy riches, and into thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Behold, thus saith the Lord Yahawah, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of Yahawah. I think that's verse 7. Verse 7, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the sea. So basically, the Lord's going to use people. Okay, the Lord's going to put a spirit on other nations to basically humble Esau, Edom. All right, which is the thermonuclear missiles. That's basically what's going to be. Oh, you know what? Funnily enough, this is the perfect time for me to bring this out. I've been waiting to use this. Let me add this onto the lesson. I had this out. I just had this out. Basically, a perfect opportunity to disprove the whole hell doctrine. Okay, so let's go to. Fuck. I forgot to have the verse out. Oh, wait, is it here? Yes, it is. Hellfire. Where is it? Hellfire. It's in Matthew, I think, chapter 5. Alright, whatever, we'll just use this one. Matthew chapter 5, verse 29. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. Alright, so over here you see that, fuck, I hate when that happens. It says, it says, you're going to be, your whole body's going to be cast into hell, okay? Burning forever, all that jazz, and what people understand. When you look at the word, look at the root word, all right? It says Gehenna, or whatever, I'll just let it play.
Strong's G 1067. Gehenna. Gehenna.
Yeah, Gehenna. All right. So let's go back into the actual word, Gehenna. All right, Gehenna. The definition: hell is the place of the future punishment called Gehenna, or Gehenna of fire, that was originally the valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem, where the filth and the dead animals of the city were cast out and burned, a fit symbol of the wicked and their future destruction. And that Gehenna, all right, Gehenna is basically a physical place. It's not a spiritual place or a place where, well, it also, funnily enough, in the verse that we just read, it said, let me actually go back to it right quick. In the verse that we just said, it said thy whole body, not your soul or anything like that. It says the whole body. So it further proving that it is a a physical place and not a spiritual place. It's not some place down in the core of the earth or anything like that. Gehenna, or hellfire, is a physical condition, and a physical place. And the thing is that America is going to be the new Gehenna, okay, when the missiles hit, all right? Because if you've seen what's it called, what happened, you can Google it yourself. Basically, if you see the missile, the aftermaths of missiles, because they also had a similar thing where I learned in school or something like that, what happened to the Japanese after the bomb in Nagasaki or whatever, or Hiroshima, that's what it was. It was basically a bunch of radiation and people basically suffering miserably and stuff like that. So this is another example of that. So yes, it's not physical. It's not a spiritual place. It is a physical place. All right. Now, 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 2: for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And the thing is that the day that Yahawashi returns, okay, it's unexpected. We can't predict when it's going to come. All right, we can't predict when it's going to come. We don't know when it's going to come, but we have a general idea. And the only reason why we have a general idea is because we are taking the words of the Lord, or the wisdom and knowledge of the Lord, to heart, and actually following after what the Lord said. All right, following after what the Lord said and putting into genuine practice. All right, as in, so as a result of that, going back into what Alazar was saying, the whole 1,000 years, like, that is a very wicked thing for him to do and go out and say something like that, because once again, just as I had said on the other lesson I had done, when you say stuff like this, it makes other people think, or people less solidified in the faith think like, okay, well, since I'm not gonna have to deal with it, or I'll just I'm not gonna have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it. I can just live my life as wickedly as I want, and then it doesn't matter, because I'm just gonna die at an old age, and I'm not gonna get saved. So I'll just do whatever I want. And, oh well, then, like, the future will have to the future people will have to deal with that. It's not my problem anymore. All right, and again, it's a wicked vibration that you're putting on people to even to think. But again, it's because people get comfortable like that because they're not concerned with fulfilling the works that Yahawashi sent us to do, but much rather filling their own bellies. So with that, I pray the system was edifying. Links to the videos in the description, or maybe one. No, just this video is going to be in the description. I praise this most edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abba, Rabal, and Shalom.